Another name. Oh,
useless. And furthermore, if you were any kind of a god, you'd be out working miracles for people instead of loafing around the palace all day.
Yes, Juno, my love.
You are the most completely worthless husband a goddess ever had. Why, you can't even turn off that rain so I can hang the washing out to dry.
But I'm out of practice, dear. Nobody has believed in me for thousands and thousands of years. I'm out of date.
And I'm out of patience. You could at least try to stop that storm.
Well, all right. I'll try. Maybe I've still got some of the old stuff left. Gloria, abracadabra! And gesundheit! See? Nothing happened.
Wait a minute. Look, Jupiter. It's stopping.
Well, what do you know about that? By golly, I hauled off and made a miracle after all.
Well, you ought to get busy and make some more. Just look at Earth down there. Full of people who could use a miracle or two to make life easier.
Sure, but you know how they are. Quarrelsome, ornery, always fighting, always arguing. It hardly seems worthwhile to make miracles for people like that.
Oh, I don't know. Now, take that man down there in the commuter's car. He looks as though he needs some help. Goodness, he's really feeling low, isn't
he? He certainly looks it. Let's tune in and find out what he's thinking about, huh?
Yes, let's.
What a day. Another one like this, and a man by the name of Thornton J. Poindexter will be ready for the booby hatch. That's me. Feet hurt, headaches. As far as I'm concerned, the whole human race can go hang. Let's see. I started the first thing this morning with that kid on his bicycle.
Hey, you, why don't you watch where you're going, you little imp? What are you doing right on the sidewalk anyway?
On your father's mustache. You don't own the sidewalk.
Why?
Yeah.
Fresh little brat, you ought to be spanked.
Yes, that was the way this day started. And I, Thornton J. Poindexter, was burned up even before I got to the newsstand at the corner.
Your usual favor? Certainly. Here you are, 3 cents. I know the price. Here, take it out of this $5 bill. Did you got anything smaller? I can't change that. You can't? Why don't you keep some change on hand so you can do business properly? Take it easy, mister. It's pretty early in the morning. Never mind. I don't want any alibis. I'll buy my paper somewhere else. Hey, old crab.
Well, my day certainly was getting off to a bad start. When I got to the station, some dope ahead of me was getting a commuter's ticket.
Look, how long are you going to hold everybody up, mister?
Just as long as it takes the lady to make out my commuter's ticket, chum. Any objections?
You certainly picked a fine time for it. You're going to make me miss my train.
Now, ain't that just too bad?
So I missed my train. That made me 10 minutes late at the office. And then to make matters worse, when I got in the elevator, a female monster loaded with parcels was jabbing me and pushing me around.
Fine thing, climbing up a busy elevator this hour of the morning with a bunch of junk.
I beg your pardon? Are you referring to me?
Ah, your father's mustache.
Yes, that was one thing I learned from the kid on the bicycle. Anyhow, by the time I got to the office, late of course, I was fit to be tied. And of course, so was the boss. He gave me a look that would fry an egg. I ignored him and got by. But things didn't improve as the day went on. At lunch, for instance, I had a run-in with the waitress.
What do you have?
Well, I'll have the boiled beef.
We're out of boiled beef.
And I'll have the Finn and Hattie.
We're out of Finn and Hattie, but,
Look, is this a restaurant or isn't it? Do you serve food here or don't you?
this is a restaurant, mister. We do serve food when we have it. But you can't come in this late on the lunch hour and expect to pick and choose.
Yappity.
Now, if you want a ham sandwich or something.
I don't want to eat anything in this hash house.
Oh, my aching feet.
So I ended up eating a hamburger in a joint around the corner. What a day. What a day. Then to cap the climax, I had a date at my bank to talk over a loan I need in order to buy a new house. So on my lunch hour, I went to see the third assistant vice president. He was a cold fish, and I wasn't in a very good mood either, believe me.
How do you do, Mr. Poindexter? Sit down. Thanks. I've examined your application for a loan from the bank, and there are a few more facts we have to have.
What do you mean, facts?
Details, more data on your financial position, shall we say.
Well, I've had an account in this bank for 12 years. I've got a darn good credit rating, and you want more facts.
You don't have to get so excited about it, Poindexter. It's a matter of routine.
Routine? Oh, I suppose you'd like to know the color of my second cousin's eyes, or how often I get a haircut. What is this, a bank of the third degree?
On second thought, Poindexter, I believe we can dispense with the extra information. You'll hear from us in a few days, by mail. Goodbye, Poindexter. I can assure you your application for a loan will receive all of the attention it deserves.
Well, I knew then that I'd never get the loan, but it wasn't my fault. Everything had gone so wrong, I felt upset and unhappy, and now I'm dead tired, and I hate to go home and tell Mary about what happened at the bank.
There, if I ever saw one, he's a human who could use a miracle, Jupiter.
Why? Everything that's happened to him, he brought on himself. If he hadn't antagonized everybody the way he did, his day wouldn't have turned out nearly so bad.
Oh, true enough. Only he doesn't know that. Why don't you haul off and work some kind of a miracle that'll fix things up for him?
What kind of a miracle?
Oh, I don't know. Something simple like. I've got it.
Oh.
Why not let him relive his bad day? Only this time, show him how to treat other people better, so he'll get treated better.
Yeah. Might be interesting at that. Although, mind you, I don't think he'll act much differently. All humans are ornery.
Anyway, you can try.
Well, okay. Here goes. Poindexter. Oh, Poindexter. Poindexter.
What? Who's that?
This is Jupitor, Poindexter.
Jupiter? Jupiter who?
I beg your pardon, were you talking to me?
No, I'm talking to Jupiter.
That's right. I'm a god. Lots of people used to believe in me.
Oh, quit your kidding. I suppose you're up in the sky someplace.
That I am, son. That I am.
Nonsense.
What did you say?
Will you please stay out of this conversation, lady? I'm talking to Jupiter.
Oh. Jupiter. Oh, my goodness, I'm glad this is my stop.
Listen, Poindexter. How would you like to go through this bad day over again and have everything turn out all right?
How could I? The day's already gone.
And you wasted it because you forgot a few fundamentals on how to get along with people.
I did, such as...
Well, such as a soft answer turneth away wrath. You can catch more flies with sugar than vinegar. Kindness, like corn, increases by sowing.
It's all corn if you should ask me. Everyone I had trouble with today was ornery and mean. They didn't remember any of those old proverbs.
Well, they might have, son, if you had.
Yeah, what makes you think so?
Because, Poindexter, courtesy is contagious.
So is smallpox.
What can I do with somebody like that?
Stay with it. That Poindexter needs help.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, Poindexter,
Yeah? What is it?
let me put it this way. Do you consider yourself a selfish man?
No, I wouldn't say so.
Well, then it's high time you started getting selfish, Poindexter. Looking out for your own happiness. You've got to get selfish, Poindexter. Wisely selfish.
Well, I don't get it. 1 minute you want me to be courteous, and the next minute you want me to be selfish. Now, how come?
Well, being courteous is being selfish. Because every time you go out of your way to be extra nice to someone, you're laying the groundwork for that someone to be extra nice to you. That means your life is going to be a lot more pleasant, a lot more profitable, and certainly a lot more fun. So you're really being selfish. You're putting something in the bank of human relations that's going to pay you fat dividends. See?
Yeah, if the bank doesn't fold.
Fold? Oh, but it can't, Poindexter. Because when the person you've been kind and courteous to pays you back, he's being selfish too. Because you're going to tax some interest on what he's invested. Nobody loses.
I don't know, it sounds too easy.
But it's not, Poindexter. Sometimes it's pretty hard to do unto others so they do right by you. Because courtesy isn't a tip of the hat, the warm hand clasp, or the big fat compliment.
All right, I'll stooge for you. What then is courtesy?
Well, it's something that comes from inside you, down deep. It